Hey, did you catch IRCTC's latest earnings report? Looks like they've declared another interim dividend.
Oh, really? That's interesting. IRCTC, for those who don't know, is the Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation. They handle catering, tourism, and online ticketing for Indian Railways. They are actually considered a mini Ratna, which is kind of cool. What are the highlights from the report?
Well, the board of directors met on February 11th and declared a second interim dividend of 3 rupees per share for the financial year 2024-2015. The face value of each share is 2 rupees. So, about the dividend, when do you need to own the stock to get it?
Right. So the record date, which is the date you need to be a shareholder to be eligible for the dividend, is February 20th, 2025. Make sure your name is on the books by then. The report also mentions they approved the unaudited financial results for the quarter and 9 months ending December 31st, 2024.
Okay, got it. February 20th is the key date. So, what about the financials themselves? Did revenue increase for IRCTC?
Yes, overall, the numbers look pretty good. Their revenue from operations for the quarter ended December 31st, 2024 was 1,22,465.59 lakhs compared to 1,11,548.33 lakhs for the same period last year. And for the 9 months ended December 31st, 2024, it was 3,40,624.11 lakhs versus 3,10,849.61 lakhs last year. So a noticeable jump there.
That's a decent increase. What about their profit after tax or PAT? Is that also up?
Absolutely. The profit after tax for the quarter was 34,121.43 lakhs compared to 29,999.79 lakhs for the same quarter last year. For the 9 months, it's 95,670.90 lakhs this year versus 82,689.25 lakhs last year. They're definitely trending upwards.
Nice. And were there any one-time events or exceptional items that affected these numbers?
There were a few. For the 9 months ended December 31st, 2024, there's an exceptional item of 220.72 lakhs related to the reversal of charges waived off on the Golden Chariot train. In the previous financial year, there were some larger exceptional items, including provisions for Tejas express trains and rail near plants.
Okay. Always good to know about those one-off things. So, how is IRCTC managing its expenses? Are they keeping costs under control?
Well, total expenses for the quarter ended December 31st, 2024 were 82,428.9.2 lakhs compared to 74,017.02 lakhs in the same quarter last year. So expenses are up, but revenue increased at a faster pace, leading to higher profits. I mean, a key expense is catering services, which was 41,109.31 lakhs for the quarter.
Right, makes sense. Catering would be a big one. What about their different business segments? How are they performing?
Good question. Catering brought in revenue of 55,481.31 lakhs, rail near 9,635.55 lakhs, internet ticketing 35,372.30 lakhs for the quarter. Internet ticketing and catering seem to be the major drivers of revenue.
So it seems like all segments are contributing. Now, let's talk about the auditor's review. Were there any red flags raised?
Actually, the auditors N.K. Bhargava and Co. issued a review report with a few emphasis of matter points. These aren't necessarily red flags, but things they want to draw attention to. For instance, there's an ongoing issue with the Railway Board regarding catering tariff increases and license fees.
Okay, that sounds like something to keep an eye on. What else did the auditors highlight?
They also mentioned a dispute over GST input tax credit for rail near plants, a notice from the National Anti-Profiteering Authority, and an arbitration award related to catering services. So, a few legal and regulatory matters are pending.
Right, legal stuff can always add uncertainty. Shifting gears a bit, what about dividends? You mentioned they declared an interim dividend. What does this mean for investors?
So, as we said earlier, IRCTC declared a second interim dividend of 3 rupees per share, and you have to be a shareholder by the record date February 20th to get it. This is a good sign for investors, as it means the company is sharing its profits.
Got it. Now, any thoughts on the overall outlook for IRCTC? What do you think the future holds?
Well, a disclaimer, we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions. I think IRCTC is in a pretty solid position. They have a strong market presence in railway catering and ticketing, and they're showing consistent revenue and profit growth. The legal issues are a bit of a concern, but they seem manageable.
Yeah, their position in the market is definitely a strength. Any closing thoughts for our listeners?
IRCTC's recent financial results are positive, with increased revenue and profits. They've declared an interim dividend, which is great for shareholders. However, some legal and regulatory issues need monitoring. As always, do your own research before making any investment decisions. And folks, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Great summary. Thanks for breaking down the IRCTC earnings report for us.
My pleasure.